In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you some more advanced techniques with using functions. Last time we just kind of went over the syntax, but this time we're actually going to get into how we can use these on a practical basis. So I'm going to create an application that we're going to call billing that accepts 10 different values, and the function does 100% of the work. The actual application will only have one line of code, and everything else will be stored in the function, and you'll see it actually is a nice start to a real program. So what we're going to do is start off by creating the function. So we're going to do function, and we're going to call it billing. And we're not going to pass any arguments to it, so we'll just put the parentheses in and leave them blank. And then we do curly brackets, and we're going to set up a couple variables. So we're going to call var my record and set that equal to 1. And then we're going to go var record array and set that to a empty array. Then we're going to use a for loop. So we'll do for my record, and it's already initialized, so we don't have to initialize it here. I know I could have stuck this inside here, but it really, for the sake of this, I wanted to do it so you can see it a little bit better. So just stick my record in, and then do my record is less than or equal to 10, and then we will increment. So my record plus plus, and then we'll put in curly brackets, and we're going to initialize another variable, and this is where our prompt is going to be. So we're going to do var num1 is equal to prompt, and say please enter record number, and so that the user can keep track of what number they're on, we're going to, in the string there, concatenate whatever the value of my record is. Record. And so what that is essentially going to do is it's going to prompt them, and each time through the loop until it reaches 10, it's going to say please enter record number 1. Then it'll do number 2, number 3, so on and so forth. So it's a nice easy way of entering that in so it doesn't look like it's an identical type of entry. So we're initializing that, and then we have to add this to the array. So we'll do record array and push, and so this is how you can actually put functions within other functions, because like we talked about before, push is a built-in function, and we're going to pass it the argument of num1. So the way this will work is every time this record comes up or this prompt comes up, they're going to type in a value, and that value is going to get stored in num1. The next step is we're going to take our record array and then push or add a value of num1 onto whatever that array is. So we will end our loop, and so we're out of the for loop, and now we want to return the record array. So this will return the full array, and then we'll end the function billing. And so the way functions usually work in real-world applications is you have a file or several files, depending on the size of the application, that you store all your functions in. So this would be in some separate file in your JavaScript folder, and then the HTML page would only contain your script tag, and it would look something like this: console log, and then we call our billing function, and I have the console open here on the bottom left hand side so you can see what comes up. So just to review before we run it, we created a function called billing, we initialized a variable to count and an array, and then we iterate through the loop 10 times, asking for them to enter in a different record each time, and also including that in the prompt. Then we push onto the array whatever that value of the prompt is. Then we return the array. Now here, this is all we have to do in the actual application is call the function we built. So let's see if this works. So we'll click run, and so it says please enter record number 1, and I'll go 456. Please enter record number 2, and we'll just hit a bunch of different values in here until we're at 10. Okay, and now we'll see what we got. Look on the bottom left hand side of the console, and we have all of those values that we entered are right here. So what you can see here with this function we built is that you can build in a lot of different functionalities straight into functions and store those anywhere you want, so you can reuse them however you need. You can actually even use them in different programs, which saves you a lot of time from rewriting things that you may have to do on a day in, day out basis. So this function worked perfectly. We're able to call it and everything went smooth. So let me know if you have any other questions on how to integrate functions and how to use them within your applications.